I came straight out the with a microphone. Boy, I swear I couldn't leave that mic alone. Everybody clear the room, I like to write alone. I'm in my zone, bass bouncing off the styrofoam. I'm never in between, I'm either hot or cold. Can't be a loser, I maneuver like I got a clone. I'm out here in these streets like I ain't got a home. And you barely hear from me like I ain't got a phone. Because there's no days off, there's no days off. I know it sounds a little painful, but it pays off. Social sites was distracting, so I stayed off. Spoke to God, then me and Satan had a face off. I swear my life was like a rocket, then it takes off. First I plotted, then I got it, couldn't wait long. I put the pedal to the metal, then took the brakes off. And I kept it A1 like the steak sauce. My paychecks used to be a pair of Jordans, and I know I can't afford them, but I went ahead and bought them. Then I quit, started spent my money on recording. Yeah, the studio was small, but man, that made me a fortune. Made me a fortune, man. Trying to stop me. Y'all can't stop me. This is forever. Forever, man. I mean that.
All right, Coach. NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Hey, spread right, snap.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Omaha. Hey, spread right.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Yeah.
Watch tight ends right.
Lucy.
Shotgun now for Bortles. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant fighting to stay on his feet past midfield.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Off a pretty decent gain.
Get out! Get out! Right!
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
20, go! Space. Left!
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Here's Coleman. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll try and run for the 1st down with Freeman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Let's go! Gun!
3 down.
Hey, right out, 20! Let him go!
On 3rd down, Ryan. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now Leonard Fournette. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Here we go.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Safarian Jenkins has it. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
11.
Alongside the former defensive back, Charles Davis.
Here we go.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Green 80. 380.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Bortles to throw on second down. They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing his Bortles on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Bortles in the offense remains put on the field. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Lucy.
They do go for it. It's Bortles. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
Wait! Get up! Wait!
On second down, Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Let's go!
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Hey, let's go!
Watch it.
Hey, wait. Gun! 22! Ready, let's go!
On first down, Ryan. And this one is incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. But with the incompletion there, gives us time to hit on the retirement, Charles, of Eric Decker. Of course, played for the Broncos, Jets, and Titans, was with the Patriots this preseason, but now he's going to step aside.
I think he had a fantastic career because look at it this way. Getting 1,000 yards in one season for a receiver, that's a career for most people. He did it 3 times. Best year in Denver in 2013, 87 catches, almost 1,300 yards and 11 touchdowns.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Ryan. There he goes inside the 30. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
22.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
12. Gun. Ready, blue 80. Hey, gun.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
12. Space.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Lucy.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
3 down.
Green 80. Lucy. Green 80.
Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And Lambo will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
20. Hey, let's go.
3 down.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
22. Hey, Tuesday. Left. Ready. Let's go.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Gun. Hey, express, right. Let's go.
Now Ryan on first down. Steps away to his left. And his throw is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Tuesday. Pick it up. Hey, Tuesday. Get up. Let's go.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Gun. Get up.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
Get out, let's go.
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme error.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play. But when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Bortles to the former Jet, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags' first down.
Omaha.
They go play action here on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Here we go. Mike 39, Lucy. Sunday. Hey, let's go. Trips left. Mike 9.
The pitch to Fournette. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
They'll run with Fournette. And he'll go down at the 28. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some block, different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Gun. 11.
Where's 52?
Hey, gun. Let go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We got three.
Gun. 12.
Check that.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
20.
Throwing again, Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. you're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. Now Ryan, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Barry Church. And a short return to the 6-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Here we go, here we go.
On second down, here's Bortles. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
He's coming, double up.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Here we go.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down.
You got three down.
Lucy, Lucy.
Check 88. Check 88.
Hey, spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right. Snap.
They'll go with a big bang for it. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Right, check.
Hey, spread left, spread left.
Got you, punk.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Green 80. Much right. Green 80.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down at about 9 to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Mike 5'9". Hey.
Hank. Lucy.
Back to throw, Bortles. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Tight end right.
Gun.
Hey, guys, check me out. You got 3 down. You got to stand up.
21. Get up. Hey, sprint plans.
He'll look to throw. Now he's flushed out right. Finding some room at midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Gun!
Gun on the right.
Gun! 11! Get up!
Shut down. Motion. Check. Shift.
What is that?
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Hey, we got 3 down. Watch the shift. Hey.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you.
52's the mic right here, over there, Mike. 52's the mic.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, gun. Hey, let's go. Gun.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
Hey, Tuesday.
Throwing now is Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A really nice knockdown. He gets so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man, because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
Let's go.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Right there. Check that guy.
One last shot for Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard.
The thicker the Figure the bag, meet him a bite, at least in no beamer, I'm Brian O'Connor, I'm driving it fast. They were just eating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it, the is mad. Man in that bag, cause I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around, just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a, tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim, in my denim, she was trying to for it out, she don't give a, she was in her bag, Fendi and some lane, asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J, we living so wild like Nas, when she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires, where we gon' I'm in my bag like, I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean, never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums, girl come back that up, all in the club, and bring out your girlfriends, girl hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist, she was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay, we blade thicker than a snigger bag, talking about she don't come with no baggage, y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stressed. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds. Oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut. Mayday. Bubbles and these models are. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And his first pass is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now it's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Hey, Tuesday, get up!
On first down, Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On second down, Freeman. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Now Ryan on first down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, Ryan. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Malik Jackson. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Third and long. It's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Bortles. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Shotgun now for Bortles. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Now Well, it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. This is Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing now is Bortles. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
And they might think about going for it here, but it's still just the 2nd quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
So still no touchdowns in the 1st half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Hey, South! Gun! Get up! Let's go!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Hey, spread left! Spread left!
Check 4, check 4.
All good.
Now Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check! Green 80! 372! Green is good!
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Green 80! 11.
Bortles going to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Gun. 12. On.
Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return will stop right around the 25. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Fournette. Fournette, 1st down, still good. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And here now come the Falcons. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Get out!
Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Coleman has it here right side. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Ryan now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On first down, Bortles. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. On second down, here's Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, 31 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Lucy.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Let's go.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Check three.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
11. Green 80.
Now Bortles again. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
So right. 372. Lucy. Green is it.
On second down, here's Bortles. Safarian Jenkins has it. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jaguars have moved out in front. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So out come the Falcons now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Bryant will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. On first down, Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Gun. Hey, gun.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Tuesday. Get up!
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money through.
Go! Left!
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 17. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Here we go.
Now a carry for the fullback. This is Tommy Bahana trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Fournette. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Let's go. 11. Green 80. 11B. Green 80. Green is good.
Bortles. This one complete to Niles Paul. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Bortles now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
11B. Hank.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. From the gun, it's Ryan. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They've been brilliant, perfect on fourth down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here.
Hey, Tuesday. 20, 11.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Get up! Let's go.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
The Falcons on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Get up!
Here we go. It's Ryan on fourth down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they will take a knee here. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Green 80. Green 80.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.